What? What am I doing? What? Hello?
Deirdre! See, boys? You look...
We came out one of those
I'm
side
fine.
doors that
We
were
need
locked.
to see the judge, now.
Yeah, us too. We found
The will. No need to recap. Let's go.
Nancy, are you all right?
Deirdre, can you, Frank, and Joe wait in the hallway? Don't let anyone leave this office.
My pleasure.
Judge, we need to talk.
Yes we do.
What's this?
It's urgent.
Yes, it looks like it. Is it a confession?
Maybe.
Judge, we've been here all night. I think it's time we retire.
You're not going anywhere, perp.
Excuse me?
Your Honor, it's become clear to us that Miss Cole has been the perpetrator of numerous crimes here in Salem, including attempted murder.
Yes, you did.
Murder. Judge, please.
That's a very serious claim, Nancy.
And this is a serious case. People's lives hang in the balance.
Yes, they do.
This is very cute and all, but we have to do adult things now. So run along, everyone, before your PB&Js get cold.
I have proof.
Who eats
And
hot
it's all
PB&J?
related to the Hathorn house, the future of which rests in your hands. So I think you should hear me out before you sign that paper.
All right.
Preach it, Nancy.
What? You can't be serious.
Shut up, girl.
Judge, this is clearly a half-brained attempt to delay what we have determined to be a sound judgment, that the Hathorn house should revert to the state.
We have spent most of this evening going over all possibilities for how to decide the rightful owner of this house. And you've been very adamant that the state should handle it. But if Nancy has any evidence to add,
Which I do.
I'm willing to hear her out.
Unbelievable.
Oh man, which one do I start with? Wow. Start at the top, I guess. I don't know.
Alicia has been poisoning Lauren Holt's water supply.
Poisoning. That's just too much.
After interviewing Lauren Holt and experiencing some negative side effects from drinking her water, I discovered that someone had been tainting her water supply with ergot.
Well, that would explain my client's erratic behavior over the past few weeks.
She lost her mother.
Months ago. And that woman wasn't her mother. Give me a break.
How do you know that ergot causes erratic behavior?
You said she was poisoned. Wouldn't that affect anyone's behavior? What exactly are you insinuating?
That you know how ergot affects its victims.
I'm not answering these questions.
Uh-huh.
I happen to be well-versed in biology, all right? But any tidbit of knowledge I have, you'll just try to trap me with it. Use it against me.
I don't need to do that, because I found, in your office, a map of the Hathorn house's water system.
Yes. And did you also find the notice of demolition on my desk when you illegally broke into my office? Are you going to arrest her for breaking and entering?
Is what Nancy's saying true?
Of course, I have a map of the Hathorn house's water plans.
So you admit it. You were going to try to demolish Hathorn House.
I was providing my client, Lauren Holt, with that option, yes. The land is worth a lot of money, and I was doing my due diligence. Have you done yours?
What about flooding the tunnels under Salem in the past hour? Would you know how to do that, Miss Cole?
I was here, Miss Drew.
Your coat looks pretty soaked. And muddy shoes.
Water is wet, and it's raining outside. Are you satisfied with the ridiculousness of this yet? How much longer are you gonna let this go on?
It all does seem circumstantial.
Yeah, I had to admit it
Is that all
does.
you have, Miss Drew?
Alicia was responsible for stealing AW evidence from your office.
This should be interesting.
I spoke with your son, Jason. He claims Alicia forced him.
Jason is a grown man. His actions are his own.
Alicia lent Jason her car. Then Jason broke into the evidence room and stole the files. I have proof on CCTV.
So, what it actually sounds like is that Jason took my car, stole the evidence, and somehow I'm to blame?
How did he have access to your car?
I gave him the keys. He runs errands for me all the time.
And how did he have access to the evidence room? Only you and the judge had the code.
Look here, on the wall. An access code. I wonder if it's for the evidence room. Probably. Apologies, Judge. But your carelessness is the reason this happened. In all probability, Jason heard that you left the door unlocked, and he just went and...
Boy, she is a lawyer, isn't
I
she?
doubt that. He barely spends any time with me.
I found this in 10 seconds. You left it out for anyone to see. If he didn't know the door was unlocked, how hard would it have been to find your key?
Miss Cole, that's enough. Anything else, Miss Drew?
Alicia was behind the theft of the Book of Apologies.
I've never been to Europe, okay?
How did you know it was in Europe?
I heard the judge talking to you about it.
I found plane tickets in Jason's car. He admitted to stealing the Book of Apologies on Alicia Cole's orders.
Orders? How did I order little Jason to do this, Nancy Drew?
Jason has financial problems, right, Judge?
I don't really know. To be honest with you, I know he's always looking for money.
He's in debt, badly. A fact Alicia uses to her advantage.
This is absurd.
Really?
How did he buy a first-class round-trip ticket to Salzburg when the crime occurred?
Because I pay him for doing errands for me. He could use his money however he feels fit. He's a big boy now.
I admit, I don't know how we could prove that Alicia...
Call the airline. You can use the plane ticket reference number. Call the airline. They should be able to check the payment. I bet you it was paid by Alicia Cole, credit card. There's no way Jason would have that much cash to buy a first-class ticket.
He obviously stole my credit card.
So, you admit that your card was used to make the purchase.
I didn't say that.
If the card is still active, I doubt that he stole it. The credit card company would have notified
Yes, that's
you for making
true.
a large purchase, and you would have canceled it.
How large is this purchase?
Thousands of dollars, Judge.
Miss Cole, if this was a court of law and the police were asking for probable cause, I'd be hard-pressed not to allow it. Do you have anything to say?
I told him to get rid of those tickets. You know, Your Honor, your son is a real idiot. Truly, a world-class moron. He couldn't even follow simple instructions. I would have had better luck writing them in crayon. And this? Seriously? This is the kind of stuff I have to deal with? I went to law school. I have 3 degrees. And now I have an arsonist, 2 ghost hunters, a wannabe detective, and her assistant.
Hey, what? No!
Trying to screw up my plans.
All the people you pointed out are the reason you're going down.
No. The reason I am going down is that this stupid little town is stuck in the past. Oh, my great-great-great-great-grandmother was accused as a witch. I want repayment because I'm lazy. She loved me so much that I want this disgusting ruin of a house for free so I can run my luminous vegan tea grocery store. That is what pathetic looks like. A bunch of whining, moaning little people whose worldview is infinitesimally small.
Why, Alicia?
Why? Because I wanted to do something for this town. I care about Salem more than all the Olivias and Tegans and Laurens combined. I care the most. We should have leveled that old house a long time ago and built new houses. With all that land, we could have a real community here. We could bring in new business that isn't completely reliant on stupid, scary stuff. I am talking about economic development on a level which Salem has never even seen.
And who would be the owner of these new houses?
Well, after knowing this case inside out, it wouldn't be hard for me to get the land out of the grasp of the state. After all I've done for this community, some recompense is in order.
So, you're saying you poisoned Lauren so you could build and own a housing complex.
Do you realize how much money is in real estate? And give me a break. I was just scaring her. I told you I know about biology. She was never in any real danger.
Alicia, I saw the ergot in the water valve. There is absolutely no way you could control the dosage that Lauren ingested. You could have done irreparable damage.
So what? I live here. I work here. I am a member of this community. This town needs me.
No, it doesn't.
I already have the papers, and I am taking them to the state office. And none of you are going to stop me. Because you can't prove anything. There's no legal heir to the Hathorn estate. And none of the evidence Detective Girl brought up will stick.
So you admit to all of it?
Yes. Now get out of my way.
The police are on their way. You can wait here for them to arrive.
This is unbelievable. I only wanted to make Salem.
This is highly disturbing. I am shocked. Very shocked at what has occurred.
Man, I thought the
here.
judge was behind it.
Miss Cole will be held accountable for her crimes. I will make sure of it. But as much as it pains me to admit, she is right. We do not have a legal heir.
Yes we do.
Yes, we do. We found Frances Tuttle's will, and according to her, Lauren Holt is the sole heir of the Hathorn House estate. I believe the will supersedes all other claims to the property. Unfortunately, the accused witch's organization has no evidence that says they have any claim on the property. It is what it is.
Okay. Well, what about the Hathorn House fire?
No one forgave me when I made a mistake. Break the cycle, right?
May had nothing to do with the fire.
You're sure? How do you know?
Because I have a confession from the person who did.
Really?
Tegan Perry is responsible for the fire, but it was an accident.
An accident?
Yes. Tegan went looking for the will and accidentally knocked a candle over inside the house. The fire grew out of control. I questioned her myself. I believe her.
Aha. So it was one of the Perrys after all. Tegan has caused irreparable harm to this community by the action she's committed.
But it was an accident. You heard her.
Was it an accident that she illegally trespassed on the property to begin with? Or that she attempted to steal a legal document for her own gain?
It was not just for her. It was for the accused witch's organization.
A noble cause does not make it any less of a crime.
Yeah, that's true.
It will have to be adjudicated. But I will take everyone's character opinion of Tegan into consideration. I will be lenient but just.
Judge, did you ever interview May? Get a statement from her? Anything on record?
Well, not exactly.
So you just assumed she was guilty of the crime without even speaking with her?
A case needed to be built.
There was no case, because you never needed to make one. You thought she was guilty, and so you treated her accordingly.
Miss True, I ask that in this office you treat me with respect.
Ah,
You deserve as much respect as I'm currently giving you, Judge.
tell him, Nancy.
Nancy, maybe we should...
You made this poor girl's life a living nightmare because of something she did when she was young. She was a kid, Your Honor. Her entire life molded and built and destroyed by an event she barely remembers. Can you imagine what that does to someone? Can you imagine what that does to her family? To her friends?
Well, that is a bit unfair.
You know, this town has a history of judges behaving without sound jurisprudence. And I would expect that after 300 years, you would be able to right that wrong.
Perhaps. You have a point.
Yeah.
But my concerns are not unfounded. You think Jason is a screw-up now? What would have happened if he had been friends with her?
He is friends with her, Judge.
What? How's that possible?
Oh,
I
you
thought
are
at
an
least
idiot.
I would know.
A judge is supposed to judge people on their actions alone, not the people they call their friends. I just hope you remember that when you sentence Jason, because his crimes aren't imagined. They're real, and they deserve real punishment.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna stop here. Looks like we're gonna. Oh man, I thought it. I'm gonna tell you right now. I thought it was the judge. I thought it was the judge making his son. The son was in on it. At least I had that part right. But yeah, I totally thought it was an act. I thought the forgetfulness and all that was an act. So it goes to show you, man. I mean, you know, I wouldn't have. I just thought the lawyer was the lawyer. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this here, and then we will wrap this up next time. I can't wait to see how everything works out. So hope you guys have enjoyed this. And if you want me to do another Nancy Drew, let me know. And they did mention Waverly Hall. Maybe we should go visit Waverly Hall. Up to you. And of course, a shout out to Trionis, who sponsored this whole series. Thank you so much, Trionis. His links will be in the description. My daughter did play this. I think she was ahead of me a little bit. So I'll put her link in the description. And they're both over my recommended list. So go check them out. And I guess I will see you guys later. It's Mntdewmania. This is Nancy Drew, Midnight in Salem. Probably one more episode to wrap it up, and we'll be done. We'll go on to another adventure mystery. This is Mntdewmania. I'm out of here.